Today, on Be Something Wonderful, how to manifest your perfect physical appearance. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, good morning and welcome back to the studios of Be Something Wonderful. We have a big video for you this morning. I want to talk about some questions that came up on how to manifest your perfect physical experience. And I've had some discussions with a few of you just over the last few days about this idea. And then I received this email from one of you that said in the subject line, "My daughter's nose changed before my eyes." It's a perfect masterclass on how to manifest any miracle in your life, right? Because some of you are going, how do I have a miraculous change in my appearance? But remember, it's not about manifesting the perfect appearance. It's about seeing the perfection in your appearance, in all appearances. This is what manifesting, creating is all about. This person really provides a masterclass for this. So I want to go over her comments and then really take this to another level today. So in her comments, "My daughter's nose changed before my eyes." Remember, miracles are not the exception. They are natural. They're the rule. Everything is a miracle. This is what she was saying. Her nose was busted. Her nose is broken, right? I think her older sister pushed her into a wall, right? And I think her daughter here is only 3 years old, right? And then her husband said, "Yeah, the nose is broken." Yeah, it looked broken, right? In other words, less than 0.1% of manifested potential. The story is the nose is broken. Remember that the manifested potential, the seen potential, is less than 0.1% of all that is. It's a story of a potential, of a possibility, right? It's that partial, incomplete seeing or that incomplete perception of reality, right? It's our fragmented view of all that is. We're going to use the word fragmented. It's our broken view of all that is. It's perfect, the broken nose scenario here, because our view of reality is broken. It's fragmented. It's broken up into these partial perceptions, this incomplete seeing, as A Course in Miracles says. She says this particular creator, "From that moment, I allowed the story to be an option on the table, but not the story I choose." In other words, the story that the nose is broken, right? And she even used the word that it looked deformed, right? Right, swelling and deformed. She allowed that to be one quantum possibility out of infinite possibilities, out of infinite outcomes. Right? There's 99, if less than 0.1% or 0.00001% is seen manifested reality, then 99.99999% is that unseen, that unmanifest reality, the potential. It's just as real as the seen. Remember, whether it's manifested potential, that less than 1%, or unmanifested potential, that more than 99.9%, it's all real, it's all reality, and it's all potential. It's always changing. So even the manifested seen reality is potential to be anything you desire. So she's stuck with that story. Her choice is she's perfect, she's healthy. I'm going to show this to you today. In other words, it's not the nose that is broken, right? But rather her fragmented or broken perception, right? But remember, she healed her perception immediately. Yeah, she saw the story. She even declared the nose is broken. Her husband, yeah, the nose is broken. But then decided to heal that broken perception, right? Heal that incomplete seeing, that fragmented perception of reality. And declare that she is healthy and whole. And there's nothing broken. That's what she declared. She declared she is healthy and whole. Nothing broken. Nothing broken. Healed perception. Complete seeing. I love this, right? It's a perfect analogy. Dr. Joe Dispenza says this, and I've used this quote in other videos, and I think it's powerful for today's. If an atom, in other words, if physical manifested reality, an atom, is 99.99999% energy, or in other words, unseen, and 0.00001% physical substance, in other words, seen, then I'm actually more nothing than something. Wow. More nothing, more no thing, no specific thing, than some specific thing. In other words, I'm actually more potential than anything. I'm actually all potential. Right? Your physical 3D focus is less than 0.1% of all that you are. Right? That unseen manifested potential, this frame of reality that seems so real and solid and seems to be a continuation from some past to some future, right? Plus the unseen, unmanifest potential of all that you are. You see, all these identities are you. All of this potential, and it's always changing, equals you, the potentially all that is you, all potential. Seen, manifested potential, unseen, unmanifested potential is you as all potential. That frame's always changing. Those identities are always changing. It's all you. Do you see this? We're going to go back to this diagram. That's you as all that is. I am awareness, the complete, real you, right? Your inner being, all that you are. I am God and there is no other. You are made up of this seen, manifested potential that's always changing, and this unseen, unmanifested potential. It's you as all potential. Very powerful today. This is what she continues to say in her comment. I drove her to the hospital. This is her daughter, a 3-year-old daughter that has the broken, deformed nose, right? And she fell asleep, which already was perfect because I knew the pain had to be subsided for her to sleep. Interesting, right? That she fell asleep, right, when she should be in pain. I love that she used the word perfect. The idea that it's perfect, that there's a perfect being there that's untouched by any of these manifested conditions, right? I love that, which is already perfect. It's not about manifesting, hear this, it's not about manifesting perfect conditions or circumstances. It's about seeing the perfection. It's a higher knowing in the unfolding circumstances. Seeing the unfolding in it, seeing the perfection in everything. And she's already seeing it as her little girl fell asleep on the way to the hospital, right? It's not about having a perfect body or manifesting a perfect body or a perfect appearance, as I've talked with some of you over the last few days, but rather to see the body or appearance as perfect. Hear it again. It changes everything, right? It's not about having a perfect body or manifesting a perfect body or appearance, but rather to see the body or appearance that you're seeing as perfect and that it must be. It must be what you imagine it to be, your reality, right? Lester Levinson, great spiritual teacher, I've talked about him in other videos, says this about a perfect body. A perfect body is not the highest state. A body is a limitation even when it's perfect. It's a perfect body, but it's still a body, but perfect. Being the all that is perfect. That's what you want to shoot for, this idea of being the all potential. The seen manifested potential plus the unseen unmanifested potential. Tongue twister is all it is. We don't edit, guys. This is one and done in our videos. So it's the seen manifested potential plus the unseen unmanifested potential equals you as the all. What Lester Levinson is referring to here as the all. Right? It's still a body, but it's perfect, but being all that is. That's powerful. This is what she continues to say. We arrived and her nose still looked broken, but I didn't let what I saw, in other words, that less than 1% of the seen manifested reality, mean anything. Really, she's really incorporating the heart of our teachings, right? In all teachings. It didn't mean anything. Wow, because you as I am awareness gives it meaning. So that doesn't mean anything to you. Like in The Chosen, like the healing at the pool of Bethesda. When Jesus, your I am awareness, says it means nothing. It meant nothing to her. She knew the higher reality. The only question that matters is, do you want to be healed? Do you want to heal that broken perception? It's not the nose, it's the broken perception. It's the fragmented perception. It's the incomplete seeing. That's the only thing you need to heal. To see yourself, others, in your reality as healed, as whole, as complete, as fulfilled. Moving to that reality, that version of her and a little girl that's healed and whole and complete. She says this, although it appeared contrary to my choice, I allowed how it looked to just be. Wow. I allowed how it looked to just be. This acceptance of the circumstances as they are, right? Not judging them, not railing against them, not invalidating them, not rejecting them, right? Not asking without hidden motive, right? Not attached to anything. She showed compassion here, the idea that we talked about in yesterday's video. Not rejecting or invalidating the appearances, but instead knowing, this is what she says, knowing that my choice was final and a done deal, and that she's healthy and whole and nothing is broken. Wow. Masterclass. She goes, I knew all is well. That's the only question. It didn't matter as she showed compassion for the circumstances and conditions, but didn't go down there in the weeds and say, oh no, her nose is broken. What are we going to do? Oh, honey, right? All of that, right? Wow, I knew all is well. And this is what she says. She was in the emergency room, I assume, in the hospital. I had to wait for hours. And while we waited, that's when it all unfolded perfectly. Wow. As you expect it to, right? It all unfolded. I love the word perfectly again. She's using this word deliberately. Wow, it's powerful. This is what she says about her little girl, her daughter. She had zero discomfort. Playing, jumping, running, blood on her face. But it was irrelevant. She even had blood on her face from her sister smashing her into the wall. But it was all irrelevant. I was this perfect picture of how, although, oh yeah, she says it was this perfect picture of how, although she was in this seeming condition, it was not in her. Wow, think about this. So she sees this condition. She says she was in this seeming condition, but it was not in her. It was as she saw her little girl playing with this seeming condition, that condition was not in her. Think of the power here. It was this perfect big picture of how, although that she was in this seeming condition, it was not in her. Although that condition appeared, that condition was not her. It was not in her. It wasn't her beingness. She had zero discomfort. She was playing and jumping with blood on her face. It was this perfect picture of how, although she was in this seeming condition, it was not in her. So huge. The conditions may not be perfect, but I am. Remember, we used that mantra in earlier videos. This little girl is exactly representing that. The conditions may not be perfect, but I am. She knew, right? Wow. Right? This is what the mom says. She was unbothered and unmoved and continued in her beingness, or in her being, whole and childlike, because she is a child, right? Turning the hospital into her own adventure. She was eating chocolate, all this stuff, right? She was unmoved. The mom was unmoved seeing her child in her ideal. That's why Florence Scovel Shinn says, I am unmoved by appearances, therefore appearances move. The mom was unmoved. The child, therefore, was unmoved by appearances, and so appearances must move. They must change into what her desire is. This is a master class, folks. So powerful. The best part, she says, was I watched her nose go from deformed and broken in appearance to straight and just swollen. Pictures attached. They attached some pictures, but our team couldn't open them. It would have been interesting to see them. Thank you for that. But we didn't see them, but we'll take your word for it. If you attach them, it must be. I chose for the doctor to have a report that matched my choice of wholeness. And he literally looked at her, the doctor, after checking everything and said, she looks like $1 million. She is perfect. Wow. That's what she wanted the doctor to say. That's what the doctor said. She looks like $1 million. She is perfect. It reflected her choice. Appearances may not be perfect, but I am. Conditions may not be perfect, but I am. My thoughts and feelings and these changing circumstances and conditions may not be perfect, but I am. This is what she added to her email. This is normal, all capital letters, when you allow fulfillment to be familiar, easy, and effortless. It's a choice, she says. Thanks, Tom, for all your content. You are getting the good news out, and it's amazing. Well, thank you. And she says normal, but yes, it's beyond normal. It's natural. It's just natural when you allow fulfillment. So I want to go to this today like we never have before. This is so powerful. Remember, no matter what you desire to manifest, to create, to experience in your life, right? Whether it's love or money or peace, health, success, or changes in your physical appearance, right? And again, yes, this was a condition, a change in physical appearance due to an accident, but it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, there's no time element to this. That, oh no, I've had a past where I've always looked like this. You get to change in this moment. You get to decide what your physical appearance, what your reality is by the way you look at it, right? So whether all of this, whether it's love or money or peace or health or success or changing physical appearance, all of it comes from a shift in perception of yourself and your reality, right? A shift to seeing it as perfect. Right? A shift to a different viewpoint, to a different perspective, to a different vantage point of all that is. And more importantly, of all that you are. Or in other words, all that I am. Because this is that point less than 0.1% of reality, or that what Dr. Joe Dispenza calls that 0.1%. That 0.00001% of physically manifested reality. But you're the physical manifested you, but you're the center of it. You're an infinite being. That 0.1% is all of reality. It's holographic. Wherever you are at all of you is. Wherever God is at all of God is. It's holographic. It is all that is. You may have a viewpoint, a specific viewpoint that is less than 1% of all that reality, of all of reality, but it's the center of it. It's where the action happens. It's the one great I am, the one divine mind. You're the center of all of it. And more than 99.9% of all that you are is unseen or filtered out by your physical senses or by your assumptions or by your beliefs. But you're still one with it. You're still all of this no matter what you're seeing. That's powerful. So let's continue with this. All manifesting is a healing of your fragmented perception or incomplete seeing, your broken perception. Right? That's why I love this example so much. It's about you becoming more aware of all that you are as a simultaneous, limitless, multidimensional personality, having a specific, focused physical experience. You as that I am, right? Multidimensional, one with the Father, one with Source, having a specific experience. There's that I am, right? So like the powerful creator who healed her son in less than 24 hours that we talked about yesterday in the video, Transform Your Reality with One Simple Shift. That's linked in the description if you want to watch that video. It's not about changing what you're seeing or perceiving and experiencing. Hear this. It's about choosing. Wow. It's about choosing to see, perceive, and experience yourself and your reality differently. In other words, from a different viewpoint, from a different vantage point, from a different perspective. It's always about choosing. It's not about changing anything. That's why I love that email from this creator that has that three-year-old little girl that had that, quote, broken nose, right? That she saw it differently. She wasn't trying to change it. She acknowledged it. She accepted it and went to the higher knowing. This is powerful today. Remember, no one perception, no one viewpoint, no one vantage point, no one perspective is wrong or needs fixing. It's just incomplete. It's just broken. It's fragmented. It's incomplete seeing, but there's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't need to be fixed. It's just a partial or fragmented perception of all that is, all that you are. We use the word broken here just for fun to refer to the broken nose, but we know that nothing's broken in reality. It's just we use the word broken and things that need to be fixed, but it's just an incomplete seeing. Everything is one. Behind anything, any perception, any viewpoint is all that you are in all of reality. So there you are. I've showed this is a different way. This is the diagram yet again in a different way. All that you are, your higher self, that one divine mind, the real you, the perfect knowing, all potential. And there is your I am identity, right? You focus on a certain identity. Son of God as the Son of Man, right? Multidimensional, simultaneous you, having a physical manifested seen experience that's only 0.00001% of all that you are. There's 99.99999% of that potential, unseen, unlimited potential. But it's all potential of all that you are as I am awareness. Manifesting through you as the Son of Man as unlimited potential. And having this physical experience that actually is always changing. That frame, it looks solid, but it's always changing. That 0.0001%, there's nothing solid there's nothing solid about it. All of it is all that is, and all of it's now. There you are in the vertical. Then we create from this vertical, from this current identity, who we were and who we will be. Ideas of who we were and who we will be. It's not the other way around. The past doesn't create anything. The future doesn't create anything. You create it all now from this present vertical. How? By deciding how you're going to look at reality. Decide to see the perfection behind all appearances. This is powerful. I don't think we've seen the vertical quite in this way before, right? And remember, the future and the past are all those horizontal linear ideas of who you are created right now. They're not something that is fixed and say, that's my past, so this is who I am. No, this is who I am, so this will be my past. This is who I am, so this will be my future. All created now, all happening right now. Wow. I love this diagram. So it was an absolute masterclass, right? Her email and how we're unpacking it here. Yes, I know some of you going, well, what about, but that's because she broke her nose, but what about a physical appearance I've been living with? But remember, I answered that question. It doesn't matter. There's no difference, right? It's all right now, right? The only thing that's broken, the only thing that's fragmented, the only thing that's incomplete is your perception of it, right? There's nothing that needs to be fixed other than you perceiving more of who you really are. Right? She was not attached to the outcome. She had no fear or doubt of not manifesting what she wanted or ending up with what she didn't want. Remember in yesterday's video, we defined what attachment really means. It's that fear or doubt that you're not going to manifest what you want or you're going to end up with what you don't want. She had no fear of that. She saw the potential outcome and called forth or invoked her desired reality no matter what. As Lester Levinson said, be not the body, right? Be what you really are. Be infinite. Be the all. Perfection's not a perfect body. No thing is perfect. He says perfection's absolute perfection. In other words, I know it seems like a play on words. In other words, it's all that is. Or as one powerful Be Something Wonderful creator said, conditions are conditions, but I am. That's how you do it. That's how you manifest your perfect physical appearance. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting on our videos. Thank you for being part of our Facebook group, the ambassadors at facebook.com/groups/Be Something Wonderful, for joining us on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Kearin, TikTok at Be Something Wonderful, anywhere on social media at either Tom Kearin or Be Something Wonderful, and for being part of our membership channel. We just had a big live stream over the weekend. We released a huge video following that live stream on the membership channel. Lots more content coming. If you're a member, join us. If you're not, check out the link below. Creators, with great love, with great light and infinite gratitude, this is Tom Kearin here in the studios of Be Something Wonderful. Until next time, we'll see you soon.